Today I'm going fishing for the largest freshwater fish in North America.
And just because you see them doesn't mean you're going to catch them.
And let me tell you, these fish can grow bigger than you and I.
Pull back, pull back, pull back! Nothing we could do there, but we might end up losing the fish.
It's very convenient that you can find them in the Fraser River in Chilliwack, close to where I live, in Vancouver, British Columbia. Today I'm in Chilliwack in beautiful British Columbia. I'm actually going fishing for the first time, I think, ever. We're going out on a boat on this beautiful river here. The fish here can get really, really big, so I hope I can get one. I also have an awesome guide called Eve, and we're gonna go out for the day and we'll catch some big fish. Let's go. Hello.
Meet again.
Yeah.
You go by Seb or Sebastian?
Seb.
Okay.
Now, even though it's winter and it rains a lot in British Columbia during that time, we managed to get a dry day. The boat has a heated cabin that will be really nice when it gets colder later in the day. It allows for fishing year-round. For now, I'm enjoying the amazing landscape outside and I'm excited what the day will bring. Okay, we're out on the boat. Beautiful landscape around me. Just about to start the first fishing catch. I don't know what you call it. First time I go fishing, I'll catch a big one. I hope so. It's so beautiful out here. There's mist in the trees. Nobody's out here because it's winter. And yeah, let's hope I'll catch something. Now, Eve's originally moved to the Fraser Valley from Alberta and has been a fishing guide for over 20 years. I hope his experience can make up for the lack of mine, because as I said earlier, I've never been fishing before. And there are some very big and strong fish in this river. You're looking for fish on the radar now, or?
Well, I mean, I know they're here. I'm just going to bump down and get just right close to them.
Okay.
You can see the fish on the right. So there's one there, there's one there. There's another two fish right there, side by side. And those are off to our right. So I'm just going to park above these fish and then we'll throw out our bait and wait and see. There's a couple more on the left there. So there's quite a few fish here actually. So I'm pretty excited. I think you might get a chance at your first fish.
Wow.
And it's a sturgeon. I love it.
Seeing all these big fish around us gets me really excited that I might be able to catch a fish after all. But East brings me back to reality real quick.
So they move around, right?
Yeah.
And just because you see them doesn't mean you're going to catch them.
Well, let's see how this goes, as Eves is explaining me the basics to get started.
Right, we need something to hold this still on the bottom of the river. So that's why we have all sorts of weights, anywhere from like 4 ounces to 32. That sits on the bottom, and they start to chew it, and you'll see the end of that rod start to move like that. And then when that rod bends right over, starts going down, that's when you walk over, set the hook. Then you're on.
Oh, Jesus. Important side note here is that these sturgeons are protected, and if you catch one, it's measured and then released back into the river. Well, with the rods prepared now, it's time to wait and see if we get a bite.
So as I was saying earlier, they have very poor eyesight, so they rely pretty much exclusively on sense of smell. So you're waiting for that fish to bite, and then you'll see the rod respond, you'll see the rod start to bend down, and then you set the hook and the fight's on.
And just as Eves is talking about it, there seems to be something going on with one of the rods.
Definitely chewing it. Okay. Go set it, go set it, go set it, set it. Oh, shoot. Okay, it dropped it just before you got there.
Oh, damn.
Shoot. Okay, I'm just gonna check the bait. But that was it. That was the bite.
After trying for another 15 minutes or so at this location, nothing was biting, so we decided to move to another spot and try our luck there. So one was biting, but it went away, so too bad. We'll try another time. And as we find our new location, Eves is giving me more tips in case I get lucky this time.
I'll coach you through all this, but just understand that your left hand is going to be here, not here, because these fish are powerful, so we don't want the rod to go flying out of your hand. So your left hand's here, and then you can put your right here for support as well. When it's really pulling hard, both your hands are above the reel and your arms are straight. And then when it's swimming at you, you fall back with the rod, reel as the rod goes down.
Oh, wow.
If you're unable to pull back or reel down, no big deal. It's just a big fish that's pulling hard. Yeah, then straight arms. And then I'll be like, rod 2, get ready, get ready. Don't set the hook, but just be ready to set the hook. Because as soon as that fish moves away, you got to set it.
Yeah.
Or else it's just gonna spit the bait out.
And then it seems like we're getting another bite, and this time I will be ready, not knowing that the hardest part is yet to come.
Here, let me get this. Here. There you go.
Okay, and I just hold it?
Well, you're holding. He's running away, so it's having a hook. So each time he comes at you, that's when you start doing all the reeling.
This one appears to be really big, because the fish is pulling hard and is putting on a big fight.
Okay, keep reeling, keep reeling, keep reeling. Good, he's gonna jump like this. Keep reeling. Pull back, pull back, pull back! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That was big. Lots of trees and logs, and this fish is wrapped. The line's already wrapped around a tree. So
Okay.
lift up, lift up, lift up. You want smooth, steady pressure reel down. There you go. Good. Nothing we could do there, but you know we might end up losing the fish because see the chattering on the line there?
Yeah.
That's from being wrapped around a tree. So we're gonna have to get really lucky if we want to get the fish in.
Oh,
There you go. Keep reeling, keep reeling, keep reeling. Keep reeling. That's good. That means it just fell. It just came off the tree. There you go. Good. Good, good, good. Got very lucky. Nice. So slow and steady. Slow and steady. There you go. You got very lucky. How you doing? Good?
I'm good.
Is it harder than you thought?
It is very hard.
Okay.
Jesus, right there. It's a big one.
Oh, yeah.
See it?
Haven't seen it.
There it is. Oh, there it comes. It comes. See?
Oh, yeah. Oh man, that's big. Woo! Yeah, that's over 7 feet. That's a really nice fish. Really nice fish.
That was definitely a workout. I didn't expect it to be like that.
Oh man. Congratulations, by the way.
Thanks.
Well done. Massive, massive fish. Big, thick fish. Incredible.
First fish I catch is like
7.5 feet. All right. Well, Seb just landed his first sturgeon, and it's a big one. This one's probably 7.5 to 8 feet. And every sturgeon that we catch, we scan for pit tags. So that's what this reader does. It's going to tell us whether it's tagged or not. If it's not tagged, we'll tag it ourselves. And if it is, we still record the number, length, girth, and we use that data to kind of track the fish and see how they're doing. So yeah, so I'm just going to turn this on, and that tag is usually just on the left side, just behind the skull, right in there. There we go. So there's our tag number. So we're going to record that number along with the, like I said, length, girth, date, and yeah, it'll have kind of a history. So most of these fish get caught every kind of 2 to 5 years on average when they're this size. They're hard to get. This is a bigger one, and they're kind of wise. So
this one has been tagged before?
This one's been tagged before, yeah. And then I'll be able to look up the history and tell you how many times it's been caught and what size it was and roughly the river
Is there
area.
many fish that don't get tagged? Or
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
when I started,
catch a new one and it has never been tagged before?
yeah, absolutely. So that's the cool part of the tagging program is the next one we get might not be tagged, and we get to tag it ourselves. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Is this like an average fish here? Or
No,
is it a big one?
this is big.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
that's very big.
What's the biggest
So-
fish you ever caught?
Just over 11 feet, 11 foot 4 inches. Yeah, that was the biggest that I've caught. They get big, right? Like
Yeah.
some of those big ones like that, those fish are probably the last left in the river system of that size. So they're probably 100 years or older.
And then, after recording all the data, it's time to let this amazing creature back out into the wild. Seeing Eves right next to it shows again how big it really is. As he said before, these big fish get smarter as they get older and are only caught every 2 to 5 years on average. After we changed spots again, we were able to catch another smaller fish that was a little easier to pull in and was released back into the river. With all the data that is available by tracking these fish, it keeps me wondering though, how many fish are living in these rivers?
Population estimate is, somewhere in that, 50 to 70,000. And some might think, well, if you tag 72,000, there's got to be 72,000 and more. But, some fish die off. We have, mortality, there's lots of different factors that go into it. But we have a very healthy population because we're seeing little ones every year that we catch that are untagged, and we have every size range pretty much. We're missing, kind of the 3-footers. We're not quite sure what's happening there. That size, we don't have a lot of data on anymore, but yeah, there's a lot of fish in here.
Then the sun is slowly setting and it's time to go back to shore. Even though I'm not super big into fishing, I really enjoyed that experience in such a beautiful part of the world. Okay, so we made it back. We were able to catch 2 fish. One was really big and then one was a little smaller, but still awesome. And if you want to book with Yves, there's a link down in the description. He's a super nice guy, super experienced, and he has actually a 100% catch guarantee, so we won't be disappointed. I think he told me that he never missed a day not catching a fish. So yeah, I really recommend you checking out if you're into fishing and if you're in Chilliwack area.